Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll tell you the story of Tenali, Rama and the stolen wells. One morning, a group of angry farmers stormed into King Krishnadevaraya's court. "Your Majesty," said the oldest farmer, "someone has stolen our wells!" The entire court burst into confused murmurs. Stolen wells? The king repeated. What nonsense is this? Another farmer spoke up. Yes, Your Majesty, 4 wells from our lands are gone. The water is dry and the ground is filling in overnight. The king raised an eyebrow. How can a man steal a well? The farmer was distressed. We built those wells over years. Someone must have filled them up and claimed the land. King Krishnadevaraya turned to his most trusted advisor. Tenali, Rama, what do you make of this? Tenali stroked his chin. It appears someone stolen not the wells, but their value. I'll need to visit the village. Tenali travelled to the village, located at the edge of Vijayanagar. As he walked through the fields, he noticed something strange. 4 areas that used to hold deep wells were now filled with rocks and soil, as if someone had deliberately buried them. Nearby, a rich landowner named Dandapani was overseeing the digging of new wells right next to the buried ones. How convenient, Tenali muttered. He approached Dandapani. Ah, Tenali Rama, Dandapani said with a fake smile. A shame about those wells. Nature is cruel, isn't it? Tenali smiled politely. Indeed, but nature rarely works with shovels. That night, Tenali stayed in the village and marked each buried well with a secret chalk symbol under the moonlight. Tenali suspected that Dandapani had filled up the old wells and began digging just beside them, claiming the water as his. But how to prove it? That night, Tenali returned with a small bag of blue dye and a handful of lotus petals. He quietly poured the dye and petals into one of the farmer's buried wells, then returned to Dandapani's property and waited by the new well. An hour later, water began rising in Dandapani's well, with blue dye and lotus petals floating in it. Aha! Tenali whispered. The water is flowing underground, from the farmer's well. The next day, Tenali invited King Krishnadevaraya to the village for a surprise demonstration. In front of the villagers, he said, We shall test Dandapani's new well today. A servant drew a bucket and out came blue water with lotus petals. Gasps filled the air. Tenali turned to the king. Last night, I poured these petals and dye into the old buried wells. The fact that they've reached Dandapani's wells proved that he was the one who tapped directly into the farmer's water source. Dandapani turned pale. I didn't steal! I just dug my own wells, fair and square. Tenali replied, Then why did you fill in the others? Why does water appear here only after the farmer's wells are buried? The king narrowed his eyes. You've been stealing waters by burying the truth. Dandapani was stripped from his stolen land, fined heavily, and ordered to restore the farmer's well. King Krishnadevaraya turned to Tenali. Once again, you've proven that truth, like water, finds its way to the surface. Tenali bowed. And those who try to bury it may drown in their own lies. So the moral of the story is that you can cover a well, but not the truth. Greed always rises to the top, just like dye in a water. Thank you. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such fascinating stories. Bye bye and see you all very soon in my next video.